What's the scene now?
Well, Brian, this is the oldest gun store in Philadelphia. The owner is 67 years old. He's been in business here since 1984. The business right along I-95. He's got a huge billboard on his roof that anybody driving south from New York City down to Florida would see right out their window. But here's what happened. The night before, Sunday night, looters attempted to break in this store here. He's got a steel-enforced side door here. Look at this. They beat it up. They beat up the lock here. They then tried to use a crowbar to wedge their way in here. This is steel reinforced throughout, so they gave up and left. But because of that, he saw that the next morning, and so yesterday he said to himself, I got to stay here for the night because they're probably going to try to come in again. And sure enough, they did. And on the front of his store here, facing Front Street, coincidentally in Philadelphia, he directs his customers, many of them police officers, to enter through the parking lot on Front Street. So these looters, maybe the same ones, came back and then they cut the padlocked gate and they had bolt cutters with them. So they were prepared when they came back this time. And then here is video. You'll see the lock is really cut well, and they found the bolt cutters inside the police, that is. But here is the door on the back side of it, on the other side of the door I showed you just now, how it looked before. They kicked it in and shattered it. So he's here, he hears that noise, he's got a brand new surveillance system. He sees them now coming up the steps, 3 or 4 looters. He is waiting at the top of the steps, armed and trained with a gun. The first guy in line points a gun at him, and he blows that guy away, likely wounds another looter in the shoulder. The others run out as fast as they can for their lives. He calls police at 4:11 a.m. this morning, notifies them of what happened. As detectives are here investigating that, and the other guy is pronounced dead, lying face down in a pool of blood, they get a call from the closest hospital here in Philadelphia that they have a man who just walked into their emergency room, wounded in the shoulder, who's not telling them how. And so police obviously suspect he's in this looting crew as well, wounded also by the owner. So it's come to this in Philadelphia. Last night, Brian, we had a very violent confrontation with police after they refused to let protesters shut down the main thoroughfare, the main highway through this city. And they showed up with the SWAT team. The SWAT team, police tell us, got hit with rocks. So they fired tear gas, rubber bullets, and beanbags at them, back at them, and we had several arrested at that scene. But then this has become the most violent scene yet.